patent comprises several parts: a title, an abstract, a description, one or more drawings, which are not compulsory, one or more claims. The title shall state the technical designation of the invention, and it shall exclude all fancy names. The abstract shall summarize the invention, and it is an instrument for searching in a particular technical field and assess whether the consultation of the patent is necessary. The description shall be clear and complete in order to allow a person skilled in the art to carry out the invention. This is very important because a patent application can be refused and a granted patent can be revoked if the description is not sufficiently clear. The claims shall define a matter for which protection is sought in terms of technical features of the invention. Normally, there is one independent claim for each category. For instance, if the invention is both a device and a method, there is one independent claim for the device and one for the method. Then there is a number of dependent claims, each adding one or more features. Let's make an example. Our invention is a brake disc, and we discovered that producing some holes in the disc allows to improve the ventilation and to reduce the temperature during the action of braking, thus obtaining a better performance. We also discovered that best performances are achieved when the disc has 10 ventilation holes and the diameter of such holes is comprised between 2 and 4 centimeters. Our set of claims will be: first, brake disc characterized in that it comprises at least one ventilation hole. 2. Brake disc according to claim 1, characterized in that it comprises 10 ventilation holes. 3. Brake disc according to claim 1 or 2, characterized in that said ventilation holes have a diameter comprised between 2 and 4 centimeters. Of course, if we produce the brake disc with just one ventilation hole, the invention would not work very well. This is not the best embodiment of the invention. The best embodiment is a brake disc with 10 ventilation holes having a diameter between 2 and 4 centimeters. With the first independent claim, we just delimited the scope of protection in the widest way possible in order to prevent others from easily circumventing the protection given by the patent and keep competitors far away from our best embodiment. Each feature mentioned in a claim is a limitation, narrowing down the scope of protection. The main claim should therefore have as less features as possible. If the scope is too large, however, the claim may result not new. In this case, it may be necessary narrowing down the scope of protection, adding some features, which make the claim new and hopefully inventive. The dependent claims have two objectives. The first is serving as fallback position in case during the examination the main claim is considered not new or not inventive. The scope of protection can easily be reduced, putting together in the independent claim the features of two or more claims. The second objective is that of resulting more convincing in a litigation, showing that the supposed infringer did not only copy the features of the main claim, but he also copied those of the dependent claims. Before the judge, in a lawsuit, we would say, our competitor not only produced a brake disc with a ventilation hole as in our first claim, but his brake disc comprises also 10 ventilation holes, as in our second claim, and the diameter of these ventilation holes is within the range specified in our third claim. So he really copied our invention in every detail. But given the original structure of the three claims, making a brake disc with just one ventilation hole would be sufficient to infringe our patent.